Alone? Yeah, that's me. Alone in this concrete jungle, trapped in the thick fog of broken dreams and shattered trust. But listen here, I'm not crying about it. I've learned to wear that silence like armor. All that noise, all those fake smiles, they don't mean a thing. The only voice I listen to now, it's the one in my head, raw and relentless. It's not gentle, and I don't expect it to be. Life ain't gentle either. You see, in this world, nobody's handing out survival kits. There's no roadmap for the beaten, the bruised, the forgotten. And I'm all three of those things. But I'm still here, aren't I? Because every damn day, I choose to be. I chose to scrape myself off the ground when everyone expected me to stay down. I learned to walk with my own shadow, a warrior without a tribe, because that's the only way you survive in a world that only cares about the shiny, the loud, the fake. No, I didn't need anyone to teach me what it means to be a warrior. Life taught me that lesson by ripping everything I cared about right out of my hands. You want to know what that's like? It's like drowning in daylight when everyone else is soaking in the sun and you're standing in the shade, watching it all slip by. It's like having fire in your chest, but nowhere to burn it. So you learn to burn quietly. You learn to turn that fire inward, to fuel the rage, the grit, the drive. Because that's all I've got left. I ain't one for fairy tales, and I don't believe in happy endings. No one's coming to save me. Hell, no one even notices I'm gone half the time. And that's all right, because the warrior doesn't wait for recognition. A warrior's scars aren't for show. They're reminders of battles fought alone. People look at me like I'm just another ghost, another lost cause. They don't know what I'm carrying, and they don't need to. This weight, it's mine to bear. Every scar, every failure, every damn lesson carved into my soul. Each one is a badge. You want dark? You want real? I'll give you real. Life's a brutal game, and most people are out here playing pretend, wearing masks, hiding from themselves. Not me. I face it head on. I look in the mirror, and I see the truth staring back at me. Ugly, broken, but honest. That's worth something in a world full of liars. I don't need anyone to tell me who I am. I am my own proof. Every step I take in these cracked, worn-out shoes is a testament to resilience. People say, "How do you do it all alone?" They'll never understand, because they're afraid of the silence, afraid of what they'll find in it. Me? I've made friends with my demons. We've had long talks in the dead of night, and they know I'm not afraid. Hell, I carry them with pride. They're my shadows, reminding me of every place I've fallen and every reason I've risen. The darkness, it's not my enemy. It's my teacher, my guide, my strength. I don't need pity. Pity is for the weak. And I'm not weak, no matter what they say. I don't need comfort, either. Comfort is a luxury I can't afford, and I wouldn't take it even if I could. Comfort makes you soft, and out here, soft gets you killed. I'm sharp, hardened by the cold truth, unbreakable because I know the worst of it. I've walked through the fire, and I'm still here, still breathing. That's my victory. I'm alone, but I'm all right, because out here, alone means free. Free from the lies, free from the empty promises. It's just me, my scars, and the road ahead. And that road, it's mine to conquer, mine to bleed on, mine to own. I didn't choose this life, but I learned to own it. You think anyone wants to walk through this world without a hand to hold, without a voice that says, I got you? Nah, but somewhere along the line, you realize that all those hands are just temporary. People come, they go, they make promises they don't intend to keep. So I stopped waiting. I stopped looking for that comfort, that rescue. Instead, I built myself up from the ground, piece by piece, with nothing but raw grit and an iron will. I'm not the kind of guy who's gonna tell you it's easy. Hell no. Being alone, facing your demons every day, it's like walking barefoot on broken glass. It cuts you up, leaves you bleeding, but you keep walking because stopping isn't an option. That's the price you pay for being real in a fake world. But I'd rather be scarred than be one of those hollow people, smiling on the outside with nothing inside. At least when I look in the mirror, I know who I am. I've earned every part of me, every wound, every ache. And let's talk about that pain, all right? I carry it like a badge, like armor. Pain to me is a reminder that I'm alive. Most people run from it. They drown it out with distractions, with noise. But me, I stare it down. I let it wash over me. Let it carve out every weakness, every illusion, because there's strength in that. Pain makes you honest. It strips away all the lies you tell yourself, leaves you raw and exposed, face to face with your true self. And that truth, that's where the warrior is born. I walk alone, but don't mistake that for loneliness. There's power in solitude. It's a kind of freedom most people can't handle. They're too scared of what they might see in the silence, of the darkness that creeps up when the lights go out. But not me. I made friends with that darkness. I let it speak to me, let it teach me. Because in that silence, that's where you find the truth about yourself. When there's no one left to impress, no one left to lie to, that's when you see who you really are. I don't need anyone's approval. I don't need anyone to validate my worth. I'm not here to please the crowd, to fit into their tiny boxes, to play by their rules. I am my own measure. I don't need a title, a status, a spotlight. The world can keep its praise, its empty applause. I know my value, and it's not up for debate. I earned it through blood, sweat, and the kind of sacrifice most people are too soft to make. I am my own proof, my own validation. And yeah, people look at me and say, why so harsh? Why so dark? They don't get it. They've never been to the edge and stared into the abyss. They've never felt the weight of their own silence, never learned to stand tall with no one to lean on. I have. I've been to that place, faced that darkness, and I came out the other side, not unscarred, but unbroken. That's the difference. Scars aren't a sign of weakness. They're a testament to survival, a mark of resilience. Life's a battleground. Every day is a fight. And if you're not willing to go all in, if you're not ready to bleed for what you want, then get out. Because only warriors make it through. I don't care about winning every fight. Sometimes, just making it through is victory enough. People think being a warrior is about never falling, about being some kind of untouchable force. But that's just fantasy. A real warrior knows he'll fall, he'll fail, he'll break. But he gets back up. Every single time. I learned to be my own anchor. When the storm hit and the whole world turned against me, I didn't run. I stood my ground, rooted in the only truth that matters. I am enough. I don't need anyone else to keep me standing. When you've been through hell, you stop fearing the fire. It burns, yeah, but it also toughens you up. It purifies, strips away all the nonsense and leaves you with nothing but what's real. That's the fire I carry within me. It's what keeps me going when there's nothing left to hold on to. And that's what most people don't understand. They're too caught up in their fantasies, their illusions of happiness. They think life is supposed to be this bright, shiny thing. And when it's not, they fall apart. But real life, it's messy, it's brutal, it's raw. Happiness isn't some permanent state of bliss. It's a fleeting moment, a spark. And if you're lucky, you learn to find those sparks in the darkness, to hold on to them when everything else goes black. So yeah, I'm alone, but I'm all right. More than all right, actually, because I know who I am, and I know what I'm worth. I don't need anyone to save me, to fix me, to fill in the cracks. I like my cracks. They remind me of everything I've survived. I wear them with pride, like battle scars. And to anyone who thinks I'm broken, they don't know what real strength looks like. Real strength is standing tall, with nothing to lean on, facing the world with open eyes, ready for whatever it throws your way. A warrior isn't born in comfort. A warrior is born in struggle, in pain, in darkness, and that's me. I didn't choose this path, but I own it now. Every day I wake up, I choose to keep fighting, to keep pushing forward, because that's what a warrior does. And in a world that tries to break you down, staying true to yourself is the greatest victory of all. So yeah, I'm alone, but I'm all right. Because I'm a warrior, and I'm built to endure. There's a kind of peace that comes with knowing you've got no one to fall back on but yourself. It's not the kind of peace that feels soft or safe. It's more like a quiet resolve, a hard-edged acceptance. People out there, they live their lives avoiding that kind of reality, wrapping themselves in layers of comfort, filling their minds with distractions, trying to keep the truth at bay. But not me. I see the world for what it is, and I don't flinch. See, a warrior walks a lonely road, but it's a path that builds a strength most people can't even imagine. When you learn to rely on nothing but your own two hands, your own mind, your own will, that's when you become unbreakable. Every day I'm tested. Every day I face 1,000 reasons to give up. But I don't. Because deep down, I know that the only thing worth fighting for is the fire inside me. That fire that keeps me going when there's nothing else. It's all I've got, and it's all I need. People always talk about wanting to find themselves. They go on these journeys, looking for answers, searching for meaning. But here's the truth. You don't find yourself in the light. You don't find yourself in comfort. You find yourself in the dark, when the whole world feels like it's caving in, and you've got nothing left but your own strength to keep you going. That's where I found myself, when I hit rock bottom with no one around to pull me up. And you know what? I'm grateful for that. Because those moments showed me who I really am. I'm not afraid of being alone. I'm not afraid of the quiet, of the emptiness. I've learned to fill that silence with purpose, with drive, with a hunger that no one can take away. I don't need noise. I don't need people telling me who to be. I decide that. I decide my worth, my value, my purpose. And every day I get up and choose to be relentless, to keep moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. Because that's what strength is. Not some show of power, not some flashy display, but a steady, quiet resilience that doesn't break, doesn't waver. You think being a warrior is easy? Nah. It's a constant grind. It's choosing the hard road every time, knowing it's gonna hurt, knowing it's gonna test you, but walking it anyway. And every scar, every failure, it's all part of the journey. I wear those scars like medals, each one a reminder of a battle I fought and survived. They remind me that I don't need anyone else's validation, anyone else's approval. I'm self-made. I took all the pain, all the disappointment, all the heartbreak, and I turned it into fuel. That's the secret right there. Using every setback as a reason to push harder, dig deeper. People see me and they think they know my story. They think they understand my darkness, but they don't. They've never walked this road. They've never tasted what it's like to be truly alone, to have nothing but their own strength to keep them going. It's a different kind of reality, a different kind of life, but it's real. It's raw, and I'd take that over any shallow comfort any day. Because at least I know who I am. At least I know that when things get tough, I'm not gonna crumble. I'm gonna keep standing, keep fighting, keep moving forward. Yeah, I'm a warrior, all right. Not because I've got something to prove, but because that's who I am. It's in my blood, in my bones. Every time I get knocked down, I get back up stronger. Every time I face the darkness, I come out tougher. That's the path I chose, the path I own. And if that means walking alone, so be it. I'd rather walk this path alone than settle for a life of mediocrity, a life that doesn't challenge me, doesn't push me to my limits. The thing about being alone is that it teaches you to trust yourself. When there's no one else around, you learn to be your own guide, your own support, your own reason to keep going. And that's powerful, because once you realize that you don't need anyone else to keep you standing, you become unstoppable. You stop looking for approval, stop needing validation. You become immune to the opinions of others, untouchable by their judgments. You know who you are, and that's enough. So yeah, I'm alone, but I'm all right, more than all right, because I've built a life that doesn't depend on anyone else. I've built a life that's forged in fire, hardened by struggle, and every step I take, every move I make, it's mine. No one can take that away from me. I don't need the world's applause. I don't need anyone's sympathy. I'm here for one reason only: to live on my terms, to fight my battles and to come out stronger every time. I'm not here to fit in, to blend in with the crowd. I'm here to carve my own path, to be a force to be reckoned with. And that's exactly what I am, a force, a warrior, a soul that refuses to break. So let the world throw its worst at me. I'll face it all with nothing but grit, resilience, and a fire that will never burn out.